Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Main here with Pastor Victor Brote. If you guys want to reach out to me, stevemain.com, you can contact me there. Please leave comments in the comments section. We love to hear what you think, and we'll hopefully, most likely, be able to get back to you or respond depending on how much you trash us. But Victor, thanks for being with us again.
A real pleasure, privilege.
Okay, so we're going to talk about distractions, and the Word of God in Luke 11:40, right around there, a little before, a little after, talks about two sisters, Martha and Mary. And
10:40.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Luke 10:40.
Yes.
And Martha was distracted. So, and it's so easy for us to kind of forget what's important sometimes. So, Victor, why don't you just give us your thoughts on this?
Well, Martha was doing all the right things according to her position in life. She was overseeing all the preparations, the meal and such, and she was Mary was busy doing this. I'm not sure if I said Martha, but Mary was busy doing all this stuff, and she complains about Martha to Jesus. Now, I kind of want to stop right there and think about, a lot of successful businessmen. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was like Mary was sitting at the Lord's feet. And so Martha is the one that was being busy. And it says that Martha was distracted by all the preparations and so on. So you just got the names.
You got to mix it up. I'm trying to glance down and do too much at once, but it's so easy.
Yeah, Martha's distracted, and she's complaining that Mary is just sitting at the Lord's feet, and so, hey, she should be helping me, right?
That's right. And I think about businessmen, a lot of males, this is one of the things I struggle with, is I get busy doing my thing, conquering the world the way I see it, and it's really not what is important. It's just so easy to focus on the wrong sorts of things. We look at Berkshire Hathaway or Steve Jobs or any of these other quote business heroes, and when you look behind the scenes, some of them have marriages that have just it's smoked. It's turned into junk and dust. And some of them have situations that are really not pretty at all, because their measure of success is the business measure. And often that's all we measure by is what we want. We put at the top of our list, and therefore that's where we put our energies in. And it ends up being a disaster. And Mary got it right. Her focus was Jesus. To be and to sit at his feet. And so often in our society, we look at everything but Jesus, whether it's a shiny new phone, our business, our a table setting, whatever it is, we look at that stuff and we get totally distracted. And it cheats our lives. We lose out because we're distracted with the shiny stuff that comes and goes.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is that what Martha was doing was important. She was serving.
Yeah.
She was actually serving God. You could make that argument by preparing the meal and so on, and to serve the Lord. But Mary, and it's almost like Martha saying, "Hey, how come she's not helping me serve you?" And Jesus said, what does he want? I mean, it's maybe a combination. It's both. But Mary was sitting at his feet, listening to him and being in relationship with him and spending time with him, that was valuable to Jesus. And I think that's what he was saying, is that this is more valuable to Jesus, giving me your heart, giving me your relationship. And yes, the other serving stuff is important too, but I think he's just deciphering there a little bit.
Yeah, and he tells her that this isn't going to be taken away from her. It is the more important thing to look to Jesus. And again, we just get our eyes off of that, and we cheat ourselves. We miss out for ourselves. We miss out on the blessing. I've been thinking about this a lot as we look through the financial stuff. And if you really want to be blessed, you balance your life accordingly. It's not just on the externals, it's on the internal. That's so important. And that's where the blessings flow, not just doing stuff, but the being. And so easy to get those two way off.
It is. I mean, look at the word that's used there. Martha was distracted by all the preparation that had to be made. This had to be done. And she was distracted by what had to be done. So it's not that it wasn't important, but there was something more important and what should have been a higher priority, even over what had to be done.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a passage that comes to mind, just heard the other day, how kings and prophets looked forward to the Messiah coming and understanding and seeing that day. And so many of them never got to see the fullness of Jesus. And their Jesus is right there, right now. And who'd want to miss that in reality? But often we get so busy that we miss the person of Jesus while we're doing stuff. And
that's true. And
it's just a shame.
We get distracted. That happens to us all the time. So just I love your input on this stuff, Victor, and your take and your perspective on all these things in the Word of God. So appreciate you doing that for us. And thanks for being with us.
And to be clear, this is a fault of my own. It's so easy to do. And so don't kick yourself around the street with this, you know?
Yeah, we fall prey to this
focus
all the time. Yeah. So if you guys like this stuff, please like and subscribe. And we will see you all next time.